DanDaDan Episode 9 just delivered peak anime, insane fight animation, a wild promise twist, and even school comedy packed in one episode. This one had everything, and we need to talk about it. Okarun versus the Evil Eye finally exploded, and right from the first exchange you could tell this fight was going to be different. Science Saru unleashed one of their wildest showcases yet, turning the battlefield into a blur of speed, power, and chaos. The dynamic camera angles spun through every clash, amplifying the feeling that you were right there in the middle of the action. Every punch and kick carried brutal weight. Walls cracked, the ground split, and even the sound design made you flinch. But what stood out most was the pacing. There were no wasted cuts, no filler shots. Every movement pushed the fight forward, keeping the momentum alive from start to finish. Okarun kept pushing harder, landing blow after blow. But Evil Eye wasn't just resisting, he was enjoying it. His obsession with Okarun turned each exchange into something uncomfortably intense. By the time the sequence hit its peak, this wasn't just another anime fight. It was a statement from Science Saru that DanDaDan can go toe-to-toe with the best fight animation of the year. And then came the twist that flipped the entire fight. Evil Eye wasn't fighting for strategy, he was fighting because he genuinely loved clashing with Okarun. But Okarun wasn't about to let the battle spiral endlessly. Instead, he pulled off a trick that only works in DanDaDan. He forced Evil Eye into making a deal. If you want to fight me, then you only target me. On paper, it sounds ridiculous. Who in their right mind would expect a monster like Evil Eye to honor such a rule? But unbelievably, he agreed. Because that's the core of his obsession, tunnel vision. For him, nothing else matters but Okarun. It's one of those moments where chaos meets cleverness, where the main character wins not just with fists, but with words. And that's what makes DanDaDan shine. In the middle of all the madness, strategy still matters. And the fun part? Promises in this series never stay simple. They always twist into something unexpected. The craziest part? Evil Eye actually keeps the promise. So when Jiji goes to school, Evil Eye takes over his body, and that's when the comedy begins. This terrifying monster who just shook the battlefield is now stuck in the most awkward setting possible. Everyday school life. Watching Jiji's body move under Evil Eye's control creates this hilariously absurd situation. The characters know there's danger, but at the same time, they're forced to deal with the fact that he's technically keeping his word. And this is where DanDaDan's balance hits perfectly. 1 minute you're gripping your seat from the tension, the next you're laughing at how ridiculous it all is. Only DanDaDan could turn a body-possessing monster into the star of a school comedy act. All of this raises the big question, what happens next? Evil Eye's promise still hangs in the air, and his fixation on Okarun could end up driving both chaos and comedy. He's unpredictable, and that unpredictability may shape the next few episodes in ways we can't fully see yet. But the previews also gave us something new. The arrival of Kinta. Fans online are buzzing about him already, describing him as the loud, overconfident type who might add a whole new flavor to the group. Some say he could be more chaos than help. Others think he might bring unexpected support. Either way, his energy feels like the perfect addition to this already chaotic crew. And that's the beauty of DanDaDan. You never really know if the next scene is going to be an intense battle, a heartfelt moment, or straight-up comedy. Episode 10 looks like it's about to deliver all of that and more. Subscribe now because next week we'll break down Episode 10 with every hidden detail, every hype moment, and all the chaos this series keeps throwing at us.